I don't make snowmen or have snowball fights. I don't feel the warmth of fireplaces at Christmas. Footprints in the snow still remind me of abandoned family, and the wind sings this song of evil. So I committed a murder once. Benny was my oldest brother. My light on the darkest days. He was buried in this place called Potter's Field. A lonely junkie, no gathering at his grave, but he deserves to have his story told. This is what I say. I tell people, shit, my brother had the bluest eyes. I mean, like exotic oceans, subtle emotion, no rain, no riptides, eyes like perfect skies, two windows to a soul full of blues. Benny's eyes were the deepest blue. Too bad Mom despised the view. See, Benny was a product of her rape, and she made sure he always knew. Nevertheless, I was 13 when we shot my first bag of dope. It was then I saw his soul shine through him and these eyes of vibrant hue, just beautiful. Then an illness consumed him in stages. We, his kin, labeled him contagious, chased him away with malice galore, but one day, death chased him back to our dawn. With a legion of legions that chose his pleading face to invade, I could see the sickness as soon as I lifted the shade. My brother, no longer able, but I was king. Just staring at him through a window pane as he tried to turn his fate around our locked doorknob, AIDS enshrouding his flesh like an angry mob. He said, "Yo, John, open the door." He needed new heroin for his veins to wreck. Shooting dope, always a family affair. We could have given him clean clothes, shower for his flesh, but we were ignorant of this illness, afraid to enmesh. See, we called it the junkie bug back in '84. When I was a 14-year-old junkie standing at the door staring at the most beautiful blue eyes I had ever seen, and I reluctantly recalled the relentless snowfall that painted the shameful scene the day we treated this human being like less than a human being. When he said, "John, stop playing, open the door," and someone said, "John, don't open that fucking door," and he said, "John, please, I'm sick." He said, "John, don't, he's sick." I wondered if my mother wasn't in prison, would she have let him in? I knew denying him was a sin. His lips were now the deepest blue. What the fuck did I know? I was just a junkie too when I pulled down the shade. Allowed 2 inches of wooden ambivalence to pervade, and the banging stopped as soon as I banged more dope, and it was amazing how an injection of oblivion made reality sting easier to cope when winter's wind kissed him like we could have. And the darkness hugged him like we should have, and death accompanied him, my kin, to an abandoned car somewhere in Brooklyn where he froze. Because his flesh and blood back home had grown so cold, and I wonder what his blue eyes then saw. I wonder what it was like in hell to thaw. Must have shivered for hours, all alone. Tried telling myself, shit, maybe it's just a better place than home. So winters are hard for me. I don't look for snowmen, I'll have snowball fights. I don't feel the warmth of fireplaces at Christmas. Footprints in the snow still remind me of abandoned family, and the wind sings that song of evil, because I'm a murderer. And I'm sorry. Benny, I am so sorry.